Imagine finding a beautiful stone while walking on a path. It glitters in the sun, drawing your eye. Delighted, you pick it up and show your friends. One friend tells you it's worth a fortune. Suddenly, your discovery is no longer just a stone. It's a treasure. You picture all the things you can do with this wealth. You are ecstatic, but when you try to sell it, you attract thieves. They stalk you, waiting to steal the stone. Your fortune brings fear. You hide the stone. You isolate yourself. You become paranoid. Then you discover the stone isn't precious. It's common. The drama dissolves. You have the stone you loved before greed and fear. The Nova effect is like that. It's a story about unexpected events that seem good, but their consequences unfold in unpredictable ways. The tragedy is that you never know what's truly good or bad until time reveals its layers. The Nova effect comes from a Chinese parable about a farmer whose horse runs away. His neighbors commiserate, such bad luck, but the farmer says, "We'll see." The horse returns with a wild horse, and the neighbors say, "Such good luck." The farmer again says, "We'll see." His son breaks his leg taming the wild horse, and the neighbors lament the bad luck. "We'll see," says the farmer. Soon after, soldiers arrive to recruit young men for war. The son is spared because of his broken leg. The neighbors declare it good luck. The farmer says, "We'll see." The story continues. Every event leads to unforeseen consequences. The Nova effect reminds you that labeling events as good or bad is short-sighted. It tells you that fortune and misfortune dance together. What seems like a blessing can carry a burden. What seems like a curse can hide a blessing. The tragedy is that we often pursue good luck blindly, believing it will solve everything, only to find it brings complications. Or we despair over bad luck, not realizing it may lead to growth. This lesson applies to your own life. Think back to something you were sure was the best thing that could happen. Getting into your dream school, landing a coveted job, starting a relationship. You celebrated, believing it would bring lasting happiness. Then perhaps the school was toxic, the job stifling, the relationship painful. It wasn't purely good. Or consider something that devastated you, losing a job, a breakup, a failed project. You thought your life was over. Yet that loss might have opened doors to new careers, relationships, or hobbies. The Nova effect invites you to hold your judgments lightly. It asks you to remember that time is the true teller of an event's value. What seems like good luck may carry unforeseen costs. What seems like bad luck may carry unforeseen gifts. One tragedy of good luck is complacency. When things go well, you may feel you've arrived. You relax your efforts, stop growing, and coast. But life is dynamic. The ground shifts. If you rest on luck, you may be unprepared when circumstances change. For example, winning the lottery sounds like good luck. Many winners, however, end up bankrupt. They aren't prepared to manage sudden wealth. Their relationships strain. Their sense of purpose wavers. The luck becomes a burden. Similarly, being naturally talented can lead to laziness. You might rely on your talent, never developing discipline. You may avoid challenges. Others with less talent but more grit may surpass you. The Nova effect reminds you that good luck isn't a substitute for effort. It's an opportunity, not a guarantee. Treat it with humility. Continue to grow. Don't let fortune lull you into stagnation. Another tragedy of good luck is the pressure it brings. If you succeed early, people expect more. You may feel trapped by your own success. You fear disappointing others or yourself. The musician who becomes famous with their first album may struggle to create a second one under the weight of expectations. The brilliant student may fear taking risks that could jeopardize their perfect record. Good luck can create a prison of perfectionism. It can make you risk-averse. You become afraid to fail. But failure is essential to learning. Without it, you stagnate. The Nova effect encourages you to see success as one part of a journey, not the destination. It asks you to stay curious, to explore, to risk failure. It reminds you that the value of an event lies in its ability to teach you, not in how it fits a narrative of luck. There's also the tragedy of comparing your luck to others. When you perceive someone else's good fortune, you may feel envy. You may think they have it easier. You may downplay your own blessings. This comparison breeds resentment. It distracts you from your path. The Nova effect shows that you cannot see the whole picture of someone's life. That person's good luck may have hidden struggles. Their wealth may come with loneliness. Their fame may come with insecurity. Their happy relationship may have taken years of work. Envy is based on a snapshot. It doesn't account for the complexity of lives. The Nova effect invites you to focus on your journey, to be grateful for your own lessons. The tragedy is wasting energy wishing for someone else's path rather than appreciating your own. Consider the role of interpretation. The Nova effect suggests that events are neutral until you assign meaning. Your mind labels an event good or bad based on your desires and fears. When you lose your job, you label it bad because you fear insecurity. When you get a job, you label it good because you desire stability. But these labels are fluid. The job you celebrated may become oppressive. The job you lost may lead you to your calling. The Nova effect encourages you to suspend immediate judgment. This doesn't mean you suppress emotions. Feel your joy or sadness, but hold your conclusions loosely. Say, like the farmer, "We'll see." This perspective fosters resilience. You become less attached to specific outcomes. You trust that life is unfolding beyond your control. This trust doesn't make you passive. It frees you to engage with curiosity rather than fear. How do you live with this awareness? One approach is cultivating equanimity. Equanimity is the ability to remain balanced amidst change. When good luck comes, you enjoy it without clinging. When bad luck arrives, you feel it without collapsing. You trust that both will pass. Mindfulness practices can help. They train you to observe without being swept away. Another approach is gratitude. Gratitude acknowledges the value of what is, without labeling it good or bad. It grounds you in the present. Instead of chasing luck, you appreciate what you have. This appreciation opens your eyes to gifts you might otherwise overlook. Gratitude doesn't deny pain, it contextualizes it. Another lesson is humility. The Nova effect reveals how little control you have over outcomes. Luck, both good and bad, happens. Your responsibility is in how you respond. Humility reminds you that you aren't the center of the universe. You are part of a larger web of causes and conditions. You cannot foresee all consequences. This humility can bring peace. You stop blaming yourself for things beyond your control. You stop taking credit for everything. You become a participant in life rather than its sole architect. This doesn't absolve you of agency. It simply places your agency within a complex system. Your choices matter, but they aren't the only factors. The Nova effect also invites compassion. When you see someone experiencing good luck, celebrate with them without envy. When you see someone going through misfortune, offer support without pity. Recognize that you don't know how their story will unfold. Your compassion becomes steady. It isn't swayed by judgments. It is available in joy and sorrow. Compassion is an antidote to the tragedies of luck. It connects you to others' humanity beyond the ups and downs. It reminds you that luck doesn't define a person's worth. Finally, reflect on your deepest values. What matters more than luck? Perhaps it's integrity, kindness, growth. When you orient your life around values, luck becomes less powerful. You may welcome good fortune and endure misfortune, but neither will derail you. Your purpose isn't contingent on circumstances. You find meaning in living aligned with your values. The Nova effect becomes a curiosity rather than a tragedy. You watch your life unfold with wonder, knowing that time will reveal patterns. You remain open to surprises. You engage fully with each moment, knowing that each event carries potential beyond your immediate understanding. In this way, you transcend the tragedy. You transform good luck into wisdom and bad luck into strength. You free yourself from the tyranny of labels. You live with humility, gratitude, curiosity, and compassion. And so, the tragedy of good luck becomes a story of growth. You no longer fear the unpredictable. You embrace it as part of the adventure of being alive.